The past few days have been non-stop chaos online. The Diddy documentary exposed his closest circle. Then the Epstein files finally surfaced. But Mel Gibson's latest comments may be the most disturbing piece yet. The files were meant to be fully censored, but internet sleuths uncovered a major flaw. Copy, paste, and suddenly the hidden text was visible. Now the truth is spreading everywhere. In this breakdown, we look at Gibson's warning about Hollywood's hidden reality and the unsettling connections between the Epstein files and entertainment power players. It also echoes long-standing alerts from Corey Feldman and Cat Williams. Mel has spoken about these issues since his early days, claiming he witnessed things that shattered the glamorous image of Hollywood. After speaking up, many say he was pushed out. And what he said years ago now feels more relevant than ever.
There's a wonderful sense of slapstick developed as well, wasn't there? I mean, there was you and Pesky and Glover. I mean, it was slapstick. It was vaudeville in a sense.
Absolutely, it's like the Three Stooges. I mean, Pesci is like he's a razor wit, and Danny is always one beat behind. And I just had too much energy, so I was in the middle. So it was, you know, it was fun. It was fun working with those guys. And in truth, some of the scripts were not that great.
Watching this now feels different. Mel warned that Hollywood doesn't take long to corrupt you. When you first show up, you're new, unpolished, and people love that energy. They celebrate you, make you feel important, even special. But behind the scenes, manipulation starts immediately. Mel said the praise fades and toxic attitudes pour down fast, changing you whether you like it or not. In his mid-20s, Hollywood gave him an eerie feeling. Things happened that made no sense, and no one explained the rules. He compared it to a creepy movie town where outsiders aren't welcome. At first, he blamed his imagination. Later, he learned the truth was worse. The paranoia wasn't paranoia at all. According to Mel Gibson, Hollywood isn't just odd, it's dark. He described realizing that the disturbing stories were real, not rumors, which pushed him to leave the industry and disappear into farm life in Australia. That warning feels chilling as newly released Epstein files come out. They show Bill Clinton's closer than admitted connection to Epstein, with photos alongside Ghislaine Maxwell, repeated jet trips, and White House visits. Victim statements in the records include a direct quote claiming Clinton preferred very young girls. The files also feature photos of famous entertainers at Epstein properties, highlighting how deeply he was connected to elite circles. When officials later removed or blacked out parts of the documents, critics began asking who's being protected and why. This is the reality Gibson tried to escape. Mel Gibson delivered a blunt message about Hollywood's dark side, saying child trafficking is one of today's most disturbing global problems. He stressed that awareness is the first step and encouraged audiences to watch Sound of Freedom. The movie tackled trafficking head-on and gained Mel's full support. Yet major streamers like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon all passed on promoting it. That alone raised eyebrows. But the biggest shock, Disney originally owned the film and then quietly scrapped it. No warnings, no clear reasons. Rumors exploded. Some believe the movie was buried to prevent global attention and to shield elites who don't want a spotlight on this issue. The silence, many say, speaks louder than words. This part exposes just how calculated Hollywood power games can be. In a viral conversation, Cat Williams and Joe Rogan broke down so-called humiliation rituals. Joe said movie propaganda is part of the recipe. If you want access and protection, you work with certain interests. In return, your career is safe. Cat took it further, saying the ritual's success matters more than comfort. He used the dress example, noting no major male star who did it failed afterward. The results speak for themselves. It's a system that rewards obedience. Then comes another strange detail. After the Epstein files dropped again, people noticed something missing. Epstein's circle and Diddy's circle barely crossed paths. everyone seemed connected to one or the other. Never both. Two worlds, no overlap. And in Hollywood, that kind of pattern usually means something big is being hidden.
So the idea that we all three of us came up with was just talk over the top of one another, and maybe no one will notice. Just keep the action moving along. It'll seem at least natural, and you might get some yucks out of it if. So it was very practiced art.
What about the reputation that you gained on that series of films and throughout your career about being a practical joker? I mean, what's the strength of this, and what kind of practical jokes did you play in that series?
Oh my God. Oh, I remember one with Pesci where we, Chris Rock and I. Oh yeah, this is heinous.
What Corey Feldman has been saying for years is disturbing but crucial. He's long warned about child abuse hidden inside Hollywood, and he believes that abuse led directly to the death of his best friend, Corey Haim. Feldman said predators went after both of them, leaving trauma that Haim never escaped. Then he dropped a bombshell. Feldman claimed one specific Hollywood mogul is to blame for what happened to Haim. He says he can't expose the name without serious consequences, but the person knows who they are. Feldman even suggested they could be watching right now. In his words, these men stayed untouchable because of power, influence, and strong connections inside the entertainment industry. For years, Feldman stayed silent on names, but in 2020, he finally identified Marty Weiss. Viewers may know Weiss from Quiet on Set, where his time as a Nickelodeon talent manager was revisited. Weiss was later arrested and convicted, and Feldman claims he preyed on Corey Haim as a minor. Haim allegedly thought this behavior was normal, which shows how grooming works in Hollywood. Feldman also made claims involving Charlie Sheen during the filming of Lucas, saying Haim didn't even realize it was abuse at first. Feldman's refusal opened his eyes to how broken the system was. Now, with the Epstein files dropping, Hollywood is scrambling as long-buried secrets about child actors and protected predators threaten to come out. For decades, the same warning kept popping up. Mel Gibson sounded the alarm early. Cat Williams later said the truth would explode into the open. And now, everything they hinted at is unfolding. Hollywood's most protected secrets are being exposed, and the elite are scrambling. The pattern is impossible to ignore. From Mel Gibson's early warnings, to Corey Feldman's long-running claims, to Cat Williams calling out names, it's all lining up. New revelations are tying everything together, showing years of cover-ups and shared silence. Some stars are now standing their ground, openly challenging the hypocrisy. The truth is moving fast, and the pressure is real. The only question left is whether these voices will finally be heard or silenced once again.